Warframe! I've been playing it since 2015, and I honestly don't remember what I was doing back in 2015, I'm gonna be honest. Probably waiting for Overwatch? It doesn't matter. The point is, I've been playing Warframe for a long-ass time, and while I've been playing it for a long-ass time, the number of Warframes has risen from like 25 to fucking, I don't know, 40? And like any other game with a bunch of playable characters, Warframe experiences a big problem. Balance. As a fellow League of Legends player myself, I understand with 141 champions in your roster, that it might be a little difficult to balance them all and make the game fair. This happens in Warframe too. It's an issue of how much do we have to balance each and every character to the point where all of them are equally as powerful? Well, the solution is that we simply can't. No matter how hard developers try, there will always be a handful of characters in their game that will constantly rise to the top, regardless on if they're nerfed or buffed. But what if there are people that don't like this handful of characters, you say? Well, I introduce to you off-meta picks. These are people that, to put it nicely, don't give two shits about character meta. They will play what they want and have a damn good time. So where does Warframe come into all of this? Gara. That's it. It's just Gara. What, you expected something like Wukong or Titania or some bullshit like that? You get out of here. Get out of here. Fuck you. It's Gara time. Gara. Gara. Oh boy, Gara. What about this glass Warframe can I say that hasn't already been said before? Well, a heck of a lot, because no one else seems to fucking play her. I mean it, Gara is the most badass Warframe I've ever seen in my entire life, but she's one of the least played, and I still don't understand why. She's just so fucking cool, I don't get it! Why doesn't anyone play her? She deals high damage, she has high CC, she has incredible sustain, and she's one of the best defense Warframes in the fucking game. But no! All of you want to play Frost because you love your bubbles so much. Well, let's see how that bubble competes with a fucking glass wall! Speaking of glass, that's legit her whole kit. Stab people with glass, punch people with glass, throw glass at people, watch the movie Glass. It's Glass-mageddon up in this shit. It is the Glass-pocalypse. Grenier looking at you funny? Glass him. Corpus wants all your credits? Glass him. Kanzu demands early lunch? Glass him. Lotus is a weird sentient now? Glass her. Ballas wants to join in on the sentient hybrid party? You also glass him. Nora Knight taking all your standing? Glass her. What, TennoCon is in July and you can't go? Glass the CEO of Eventbrite, playing The Wolf Among Us and some guy sitting next to you in the bar talking about his life and how it would eventually play into your choices as the main character of the game? Glass him. As Gara, you're the glass samurai and you don't give a single fuck what anyone thinks, because every problem in the world can be solved by throwing glass at it. Ability 1, throw glass at people. Ability 2, throw glass at yourself and your friends. Ability 3, just say no to the enemy. And Ability 4, build a wall that America would be proud of. Now you're thinking to yourself, damn, Tube Girl, these abilities sound complicated. Well, that's okay, you don't have to use the abilities at all. Just play as Gara, shoot guns as Gara. It's just cool, just play as fucking Gara. Alright, let's be real. Gara is one of the least played frames across every mastery rank, and I just can't seem to understand why. She's one of my favorite frames, but she doesn't take the place of Equinox, Ivara, and Harrow, but she's just so fucking fun. Have you even heard this sound design? Now, I will be honest, Gara isn't the strongest frame in the game. Her scaling is not that great, and by level 100, you're basically going to be throwing tiny potatoes at people, but the biggest problem is her goddamn wall. Mass Vitrify is the coolest and best ability in her kit, but the problem with it is that if you're on a rugged plane, like Plains of Eidolon, or if there's a slant in the floor, it refuses to adhere to the floor's textures, so you're basically just going to get a big floating wall that won't affect any enemies whatsoever. The wall has to be flush with the floor in order to work, and if it's not, it's just going to stand there and look pretty while someone tries to cave your face in. Gara's fashion frame is no pushover. Her color maps are open to anyone's style of fashion. I personally think that royal tones and very light colors work best on Gara, but she's also very open and welcome to dark colors as well. The build that I use for Gaara is a perfect blend of range, duration, and power strength. Range to make sure that her wall is very large, power strength to make sure that you have enough damage output, and duration to make sure that your third and second abilities stay up for as long as they can. I also use Arcane Guardian and Arcane Victory on my Gaara to further boost her sustain and crowd control. So, in conclusion,
play Gaara, you dummies!